Okay, so week 4 of the Noogie Butterfly Guard game. Just continuing on from the sweep we did last time. So when Keane was in my seated butterfly guard and he's T-Rexing his hands, and I couldn't angle this way? Yeah, just facing this way, perfect. And I couldn't win that underhook because he was staying T-Rexed. I couldn't get 2-on-1s. I tried for the blast and to try and get a single necktie, but he was staying postured. So then the last sweep we looked at was this one where I would get control of his triceps. I would scoot in, and then from there I can still hit the same sweep, but we don't get the same control. So obviously I'm trying to win that underhook and get on top. And we compared that to like a boxer's job. You know, this is setting up my combinations. I need to be proactive and I need to be aggressive when I'm playing the butterfly guard. And if he's giving me nothing, I need to still be attacking. So let's build on reactions, which sometimes happens on this sweep because I don't have the same control. So when Keane has his hands T-Rex, another thing I can do is when I get control of his elbows, his triceps, and I scoop my butt in, because I don't have the control of the underhook and I want to sweep him, sometimes he can force his weight in another direction. So sometimes our reaction is when he knows that I want to sweep him to my left, he can kind of keep his weight over me, and then he posts with his hands to try and stop himself. Okay, but now there's an open elbow here, so immediately I'm going to attack this arm. So from this position, I'm hip escaping out. First thing I want to make sure is this arm doesn't come off my shoulder. So I'm bringing my right ear to my right shoulder. I'm going to get a hand-to-hand grip. The detail is on this reverse arm lock, a lot of the times is taught from being on my side. Marcelo's detail is, because he's got the butterfly hooks in, he's going to extend his butterfly hooks and get us back off the mat to this position here. Okay, stand your knees. And now from there, my head, this concept of my head is higher than Kane's, and I'm keeping this pinched in. So I want the crook of my arm on his elbow here. And that concept that we talked about of my head being higher than his, it comes into play a lot in Jiu-Jitsu. So from there, I want to make sure that I'm pinching my right ear to my right shoulder, and then I have that reverse arm lock. So let's look at it again. And it's all based on that sweep, that reaction of the sweep that I go for. Okay. So from the position, I'm looking for the underhook. Kane's T-Rexing his hands. Can't get the 2-on-1. Can't get the single necktie. So I butt scoop in, and I'm always looking for that sweep, that basic butterfly sweep with the tricep control. But again, sometimes when I try to distribute his weight and go for the sweep, sometimes he can kind of put his weight towards me. And then these T-Rex hands, he can post with him to stop himself from getting sweat. So as I do this, he's just posting. But now there's an open elbow on this arm. So immediately I'm shrugging my right ear to my shoulder. But before I even try to get onto my side to finish it, I'm going to extend my legs and sit up. And I want to get my head higher than his. And again, making sure that I get the crook of my arm over his elbow like this. Now, he's really 2 escapes he can do from this position. He can turn his elbow in this way and bring it back, which obviously gives me the omoplata. Or, from this position, he can turn his arm the other way and bring it this way and the other way and pull it to his body. And if he does, we can take the back. So just plant my foot on the mat, take him over, and I'm in my back position. So let's get another angle on that. Knees. Let's go here, Ken. So it's all built around this. Nothing's changed. This butterfly guard sweep is the sweep we want to go for. It just depends on the grips. And then once we go for this sweep, his reaction dictates what I want to do. So again, he's T-Rexing his hands. I can't get any of the grips that we previously looked at, and again, this is the weaker of the 4 because there's more things he can do and I don't have the same control of his body. So when I scoot in and I'm looking to push this elbow and I'm looking to load him on me for the sweep, sometimes he'll put his weight more over me, but then he posts his hands on the mat to stay on top. Immediately I'm kicking forward and getting my head higher than his, And I want the crook of my arm and pinching my right ear to my shoulder to hit this reverse arm lock. There's two reactions. Okay? If he pulls his arm in this way to try and get out of it by taking it off my shoulder, again, I might have made a mistake. My ear mightn't be pinching to my shoulder, and if I'm here, he can bring his arm in this way. Immediately I want to find the elbow. I'll swap my leg over and then get straight into our omoplata. Or I'm here, and he turns his arm the other way and brings it down. The minute he does, we have the cross grip. I find the lat, and now it's just butt scooping out to get him on the side. Put my hook in, and I can start to attack the back. Let's get another angle on that. Here, your knees to this side. Yeah, perfect. So we're playing the same game, looking for the underhook, looking for 2-on-1s, looking for this, can't get it. Hit this control. When I try to load him onto me and go for this sweep, he posts his hands on the mat. I'm going to use my butterfly hooks. Normally when I taught this, we were finishing it from here. This time I'm going to extend my legs to sit up. And now I'm getting the crook of my arm behind his arm, and I'm pinching, the detail of pinching my ear to my shoulder. Here. Maybe he defends by bringing his elbow inside. Immediately find that hip, push the arm through. I'm on the back, or on my knees, or I'm here, and possibly from that position he turns his arm this way. So I want to make sure that from here I'm finding that elbow. And I'm going to bring my leg over the head. Again, the detail on the omoplata is I need his shoulder on the mat, so I'm leg pressing down. So that's your reverse arm lock from the butterfly guard.